Imagine this. You are lying on the beach, staring up at the bright blue sky, and suddenly, you spot something weird. A tiny specks, squiggly lines, or webs drifting across your eyes. You try to look again, but they disappear. And those little dancing shapes are called floaters. And while they might look like mysterious creatures swimming through your eyes, they actually are fascinating parts of how your vision works. Today, we're diving into on what floaters are, why they happen, and most importantly, when they might be a sign that something is wrong with your eyes. Let's get to the main point. First, what is floaters? What are these little specks and string floating through your eyes? Inside your eyeball, there is a substance called the vitreous humor. It's a clear gel that fills the space between your lens and your retina, and the retina being the light-sensitive layer at the back of your eyes that capture images. When you're young, this vitreous gel is pretty firm and smooth, but as your ages, or sometimes even when you're younger, it starts to shrink and become more watery. And even a little bits of fibers inside the vitreous can clump together, and these clumps cast tiny shadows on your retina. And that's exactly what you're seeing. Those floaters moving around in your eyes. And many people describe floaters in lots of different ways. First is dots and spots, squiggly lines, cobwebs, thread-like shapes, little circles or rings. And they're usually most noticeable when they look at the plain, bright backgrounds, like a blue skies, a white wall, or a computer screens. So the next question is, why do floaters happen? One of the biggest reasons is simply aging. After about age 50, the vitreous start to qualify and pull away from the retina. And this is called a posterior vitreous detachment. It sounds scary, but it's actually very common and usually harmless. However, floaters aren't just for older folks. Some younger people get floaters too. For example, those who can't see well from far away. They have longer eyeballs, which put more stress on the vitreous. Second is eye injuries or trauma. They can cause floaters too. Third is eye surgeries, especially cataract surgeries. And lastly is certain eye inflammations. They can also cause floaters because inflammatory cells float around in the vitreous. If you suddenly notice a sudden shower of new floaters, flash of lights into your eyes, a dark curtain or shadow coming across part of your sight, or sudden loss of sight, that could mean the retinal tear or retinal detachment is happening. The vitreous can tug on the retina so hard that it creates a tear, allowing fluids to slip underneath and pull the retina away from the back of the eyes. That's a medical emergency because it leads to permanent loss of sight. In most cases, floaters don't require treatments. Your brain will often adjust and start tuning them out. But for some people who find them quite disruptive, there are a couple of options too. For example, laser treatments, surgeries, or other treatments. Eventually, floaters are those shadows drifting across sight, caused by tiny clumps in the jelly inside your eyes. As you are getting older, it will appear more often, usually harmless. But if they showed up too suddenly in large numbers or bring flash of light or vision loss, you should go see a doctor right away. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow for more content in Tippy Podcast. Until next time.